The United States is located in the central part of North Africa, except Alaska and Hawaii. The country is bordered by Canada to the north, Mexico and the Gulf of Mexico to the south, the Atlantic Ocean to the east, and the Pacific Ocean to the west. The total area of the country is 9.6 million square kilometers. It is the fourth largest country in the world after Russia, Canada, and China. The country includes 50 states and the Federal District of Columbia, which is the seat of the federal government. For many years, there were 48 states. Then in 1959, Alaska and Hawaii became the 49th and the 5th states. They are separated from the continental United States. Alaska borders northwestern Canada, and Hawaii lies in the Central Pacific Ocean. Alaska is the largest in area, and Rhode Island is the smallest of the 50 states. On the mainland, Texas is the largest state. The United States can be divided into 3 distinct areas according to their geographical features: the eastern part, the western part, and the Great Plains in between. The eastern part is composed of the highlands formed by the Appalachian Range. It holds 1/6 of the continental part of the country. The highlands are relatively low. The average altitude is only 800 meters above sea level. The western part is plateaus and mountains. The whole area of this part is 1/3 of the country on the continent. The Rocky Mountains are a spectacular scene on the western plateaus. Its average altitude is over 4,000 meters above sea level. The Great Plains lie between the Appalachians in the east and the Rocky Mountains in the west. It occupies almost 1/3 of the landmass on the continent. They stretched from the Great Lakes in the north to the Gulf of Mexico in the south. The Great Lakes are located in the east-central part of the North Africa. They are linked to many inland industrial areas, rural farmland, and environmentally protected natural beauty, such as famous Niagara Falls. Lying between the Appalachian Mountains and the Rocky Mountains is the largest river in North Africa, the Mississippi River. It is known as the Father of Waters. The United States can be typically divided into 6 regions: New England, the Mid-Atlantic states, the South, the Midwest, the Southwest, and the West. These regions are formed by history and geography. The following 3 of them gain more importance. New England is made up of 6 states of the Northeast. It features mountains, valleys, and rivers, with many historic cities and towns situated in it. New England is famous for its long history. The Europeans made their first settlements here. It is sometimes called the birthplace of America. It was the chief center of the American War of Independence and was also the nation's first industrial area. New England is also famous for having some of top-ranking universities and colleges, including Harvard, Yale, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The South is composed of 16 states and the District of Columbia. The region is blessed with plentiful rainfall and a mild climate. Crops and trees grow easily here. It is also rich in mineral resources. In recent years, the population here is growing rapidly. The West includes 13 states, including Oregon, California, Alaska, and Hawaii, among others. This area has various natural advantages, such as beautiful forests and streams in Oregon. California has striking natural features. It is also one of America's high-tech industry centers. Alaska lies in the northwestern part of America. It is known as a world full of glaciers, waterfalls, and lakes. About half of all the native Alaskans are Eskimos. Alaska's main agricultural output is seafood. Hawaii is comprised of 8 major islands. The temperature is mild and the fruit is delicious. The tourist business is Hawaii's largest source of income. The climate of Africa is varied. If there is a general climate, then it is temperate, with some mild subtropical zones. Florida and Hawaii are tropical, Alaska Arctic, and the Southwest arid or unwatered. This is the Big Apple, New York. The nickname of New York, the Big Apple, is from the expression of the apples of one's eyes. It highlights the importance of the city. New York is the commercial and financial center of the United States. It includes 3 islands: Manhattan Island, Long Island, and Staten Island. New York is composed of 5 boroughs, which include Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Queens. Manhattan is not only a financial, but also an entertainment center, and you will find the landmarks such as Broadway, Times Square, Wall Street, Fifth Avenue, and the Center Park here. And the Statue of Liberty, standing at the gate of New York Harbor, is the symbol of America. The headquarters of the United Nations is also located in New York. The city of Snow, Washington. Washington is in Washington, D.C. It is called the City of Snow because of its greatest annual average snowfall all over the world. The city was named after George Washington, the first president of America. The headquarters of all the branches of the American federal system are seated in Washington. Landmarks in the city are the White House, official residence and the workplace of the President of the United States, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Library of Congress. The City of Angels, Los Angeles. The City of Angels is Los Angeles, the nickname derived from a Spanish, which means in English, the town of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels. Later, it was shortened as the City of Angels. It is the second largest city in America after New York. Los Angeles is the center of electronics. It is also known for automobiles, aircrafts, and atomic research. Hollywood is regarded as the heart of the world's motion picture industry. Hollywood sign is the most famous landmark, attracting numerous visitors every year. The Windy City, Chicago. Chicago was nicknamed the Windy City not for the wind, but for the politicians and the city boosters who were full of hot air. Chicago is the third largest city in America. In history, it served as the main connection between the East and the West. It is one of the country's leading industrial cities. It is now a center of industry, transportation, commerce, and finance in Midwest region. It is a cultural center with one of the best collections of modern architecture, such as the 110-story Willis Tower and the Art Institute of Chicago. Golden Gate City, San Francisco. The Golden Gate City is proved nickname from the Golden Bridge to the Golden Hills, all the way to the Golden Sunset. It is a center of oil refining, chemicals, commerce, finance, and the shipping industry. The Golden Bridge is a spectacular scene for visitors. Another landmark is Chinatown in San Francisco. It is one of the largest Chinese settlements in the United States. This is the end of American geography. See you next time.